Hi, my name is Nissa Thompson, and my presentation for Week 11 is on moral essentialism and generosity. The name of the study is Moral Essentialism and Generosity Among Children and Adults. It was published this year in the Journal of Experimental Psychology General, and it was funded by Columbia University, Indiana University Lilly School of Philanthropy, and the John Templeton Foundation. The primary researcher is Larissa Heifetz of Columbia University. She received her PhD from Harvard and completed her postdoc at Boston College. Some notable awards she's received are the Early Career Research Contributions from the Society for Research in Child Development, the International Social Cognition Network Early Career Award, and the Visiting Scholar at the Russell Sage Foundation. Her research focus includes social cognitive development, religious and moral cognition, and intergroup activity. So the focus of this study centers on psychological essentialism. So that means that people's characteristics are described in essentialist or non-essentialist terms. So essentialist means they are innate, immutable, and biologically based factors, whereas non-essentialist are socially learned and can be changed. So we're kind of focusing on the idea of nature versus nurture. So when we're using psychological essentialism, we are describing the source of moral and immoral behavior and how that relates to the perceptions of this behavior by others. So in this study, the researchers described fictional people with different reasons for their immoral behavior, described in essentialist and non-essentialist terms. Then, adults and children were asked to describe how they would share material resources with these people. So focusing first on moral behavior, it was interesting to note that both adults and children have the same perception of these fictional people. The good behavior is considered more innate or biological than badness, and this is because it's considered to be a fundamental part of their character and unchanging. Notably, for immoral behavior, adults and children have different reactions to these fictional characters. The adults are more generous when the badness arises from learned behaviors, because the idea is that the bad behavior can be changed and improve over time. Meaning, then conversely, they are less forgiving when badness is described to come from innate biology. So, when it's described in essentialist terms, they are less forgiving, but non-essentialist, they are more forgiving. Then, children did not distinguish between these fictional characters and how generous they are. They were equally generous when the characters were described to be bad from both innate biology or from socially learned bad habits. They were equally forgiving either way and equally generous. And the way this study relates to law is this will affect how juries perceive the guilt and how harsh the sentencing is in courts of law. Here are my works cited. Thank you.